I wasn't going to video today because I'm just canning corned beef hash again. It was such a huge hit last weekend, and since it's on sale, I figured if I could get 13 more jars, we could have it every other weekend, and then that means it would last another whole year, and then corned beef will be on sale again, and then here we'll be again. But one thing that hit me after I finished canning last time is I should have saved my carrot scraps and onion scraps from when I diced my onions and carrots, because you can save them, which is, I have started here because I thought about it this time, because I eat rotisserie chicken for lunch every day pretty much during the week, and I've been saving the bones and putting them in the freezer. So once I get enough bones, I'm going to take my carrot scraps and my onion scraps, and I'll probably buy some celery, and I'm going to make my own chicken stock and can it. So it goes back to the whole waste not, want not. So I thought I would share that in case you were interested, or that's something you didn't think about and it just didn't cross my mind last weekend, or I would have done it. And I finally got another pressure canner. The one that was supposed to have been delivered last time was a scam, so I had to get a hold of eBay and deal with all of that. But fortunately, eBay took care of it and refunded my money, and I got a brand new pressure canner, so I can have 2 batches going this time, so it should only take me 1 run and save me a whole lot of time this weekend. So it's really nice up here in New England. I cleaned off the porch yesterday and getting it ready for spring, which is like my favorite place to be. It's just sitting out on the porch with coffee or a drink and just relaxing. So we're on the upward trend as far as weather. So I hope things are good where you guys are, and have a good day. One thing that I forgot to mention, when I'm done with my scraps and I get them all together, I'm going to put them in a freezer bag, probably the same freezer bag that I'm collecting my chicken bones in, and I'm going to put them in the freezer. That way they don't spoil. And another thing that I discovered today while chopping carrots, which I probably should have known this is just how I do it. I cut it in half, but last week, because I cut this into pieces too, if you have it on the rounded side, it's going to roll around. So if you put it on the flat side, you could still cut it into pieces. And then, so I do each section like this. That way you don't try to chop your fingers off like I tried to do a couple of times last weekend. And then I just chop it like this. So in case you have days where your brain doesn't want to work like mine, that's how I do that, to give you just a little hint. So anyway, I just wanted to mention about the scraps because that just hit me as I was chopping, and then I wanted to mention this little tidbit of information because I guess we all have blonde moments, or at least I know I do. No offense to blonde people, but it's just times where my brain doesn't want to work because I have so much going through my head at one time. So anyway, again, hope you have a good day. I may or may not be back, so we'll see. And you can hear Cinnamon. She hears me when I'm on video, and she has to make her presence known, of course. So happy Saturday from New England. Yay for spring. I think today is the first day of spring, actually. So have a good day. And since I'm doing this, I thought I would just go ahead, even though I said I'd probably be back, so I am. When you put the scraps of your onions, you just, whatever you're peeling off and cutting off the ends, so I put my ends in here, I just put that in here. So that just goes in your bowl, because when you make your chicken stock, which I've never made it before, you're gonna cook all that stuff together in water, and then you're going to strain it out. So you're going to need a cheesecloth or something to strain out all this stuff that cooks with your chicken stock, all the bones and onion scraps and carrot scraps. And some of you may have celery scraps. I don't like celery, so I don't. So I'll have to buy some celery to just throw in there. You can put the ends of the celery in there. All of that stuff. So now I'm just chopping my onions and getting those ready for my hash, and then I'm going to be dicing up the corned beef. But these were really potent onions last weekend because I had to walk away for just a minute because they were making my eyes water. So if you have a trick that actually works to keep my eyes from watering when I have to chop so many onions, I think I end up chopping about 4 cups, which I may not do as much this weekend because I ended up not using as many last weekend. But I used them in other things throughout the week, so it wasn't a big deal. So I may only do about 2 to 3 cups today. And I wasn't sure last weekend. The recipe called for carrots in there, and I wasn't sure. I've never made hash before, not even regular hash, not out of a can, nothing. So this was new to me. But Steve and his boys love it. My boys, of course, won't eat it. That's okay. So I made it and they devoured it last Sunday. So that's why I'm making more, because it goes on sale around St. Patrick's Day. So anyway, I wasn't sure about the carrots, and because I like carrots, but I'm not a huge carrot fan. I love carrot cake though. But I chop them up so small, and they ended up like I couldn't even see them in there. So I don't know if Steve's boys are huge carrot fans. I know Steve's not a huge carrot fan. He likes them. And nobody seemed to notice or care. So added nutrients and nobody even seemed to notice. So score. Anyway, I might be back again. I might not. I get long-winded sometimes. Steve's at work. He's working overtime today, so it's just me in the kitchen right now. I've got my music going when I'm not doing the video part. But anyway, have a great Saturday, and I guess it would help if you guys could see me a little bit. I don't know, you may not want to see me, but anyway, have a great day, and hopefully somebody will get inspired maybe and can some stuff. I keep learning, and I'm part of Rebel Canners on Facebook. Some of them do things that I wouldn't necessarily do, but to each his own. And if it works for them, then more power to you. I have learned so much in that group, and I do what I want to do, and I put my twist on it. That's where I learned about making your own chicken stock. And I actually have chicken down in the basement that I canned one time that I'm going to use to make chicken and dumplings one day. And I'm not looking at you because I'm chopping onions. So yeah, just I know they have a lot of people on there have been making sweet and sour chicken right now, and that sounds intriguing, but my time is limited. So but I am trying to prep and make more things like that, so evenings that I don't want to cook, which comes in spurts, it seems like. I didn't cook last night. We had wings and we watched Carolina lose, unfortunately. But it was just a good break from cooking, and it would be nice to have some of that stuff in the basement where you just dump the can and it's pretty much made. Like the hash last Sunday, the easiest breakfast. So that's why, another reason why I'm making it again. So I have about a cup of onions, so I'm going to be chopping a little bit more, and I won't sit here and bore you with my rambling. But anyway, hope you have a good day.